Motivation is a powerful feeling. It's that initial spark, that burst of energy that drives us to start something new. But how many times have we felt motivated only for it to fade, to disappear as quickly as it came? How often have we set goals, feeling the surge of inspiration, only to find ourselves losing interest, maybe even giving up altogether when the excitement wears off? Think about it. Motivation is like a wave. It comes and goes, high one moment and low the next. We rely on it to push us forward, to keep us going, but motivation alone is fragile, unreliable. And that's why the world is full of people who start things they never finish. We start with passion, and we're excited to change, to improve, to become better versions of ourselves. But when the days get harder, when progress slows, that excitement fades. And without discipline, we fall right back into old habits. This is where discipline comes in. Discipline is not a feeling. It's a decision. It's the choice to keep going even when the initial excitement is gone. Think of it as the commitment we make to ourselves, a promise that we will continue forward, regardless of whether we feel like it or not. Motivation is what gets us started, but discipline, that's what keeps us going. And in the long run, discipline will always outlast motivation. See, the truth is that every one of us faces an inner struggle. It's a battle between the part of us that wants to stay comfortable and the part of us that wants to grow. Every morning, every task, every goal, it's a decision. Do I take the easy route or do I push through even if it's hard? Motivation alone will always lead us to take the easy route eventually, because motivation doesn't thrive on difficulty. Motivation loves ease, excitement. Discipline, on the other hand, thrives in hardship. It's built to withstand boredom, resistance, setbacks. Discipline is resilient. And here's the thing. Discipline doesn't care if we're tired, if we're bored, if we're not in the mood. It doesn't ask how we feel. It only asks if we're committed. And that's why it's so powerful. Discipline allows us to create consistency, a structure we can rely on, even on our worst days. Discipline is showing up day after day, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. And that's how real progress happens. Not through short bursts of inspiration, but through the steady, consistent grind. Let's face it, discipline isn't glamorous. It's not exciting to talk about. It's not flashy. It's not what we see in motivational videos or quotes online. But discipline is where true strength lies. It's in the moments when no one is watching, when the world isn't cheering us on, when we have to push ourselves without any external reward. Because discipline, at its core, is the ability to keep promises to ourselves. And if we can't trust ourselves, how can we expect to achieve anything? I think about this inner struggle all the time. It's a battle we fight every single day. We get tired, we get bored, we want to give up, to take it easy, to fall back into comfort. But discipline doesn't let us give up. It's the voice inside that says, keep going, even when everything else is saying, stop. It's not a battle we win once. It's a fight we have to keep winning, day after day. And every day we choose discipline over comfort. We're making ourselves stronger. We're building a resilience that no amount of motivation could ever give us. Here's something to think about. If you wait until you feel like doing something, you'll never do it consistently. But if you train yourself to act regardless of how you feel, that's where true progress lies. The secret to success isn't in feeling motivated. It's in training yourself to act even when motivation is nowhere in sight. It's about showing up to the gym when you'd rather sleep in, working on your project when you'd rather watch TV, pushing yourself forward because you know that every step you take is getting you closer to your goal. And remember, motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like the seasons. But discipline is permanent. Discipline is like a muscle. The more we practice it, the stronger it gets. Every time we choose discipline over comfort, we're training ourselves to endure, to persist, to keep going when things get tough. And the more we practice discipline, the easier it becomes to show up, even on the days when everything inside us wants to quit. Now, does this mean motivation isn't important? Of course not. Motivation is a valuable tool. It gives us that initial push. It lights the fire. But discipline is the fuel that keeps that fire burning. Without discipline, motivation will only take us so far. With discipline, we create consistency. And with consistency, we achieve mastery. So the next time you find yourself struggling, when the inspiration fades, remember, discipline is your ally. Don't wait for the feeling to come back. Instead, choose to act. Choose to push forward, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Every time you choose discipline, you're proving to yourself that you can rely on your own strength. You're building a foundation that no temporary feeling could ever shake. And that's the real power of discipline. It's not about achieving something overnight. It's about creating habits, resilience, and a mindset that carries us through any challenge, any setback, any hardship. It's about becoming someone who doesn't rely on fleeting feelings, but who acts out of commitment, out of purpose, out of a desire to be better. Discipline over motivation. This is the mindset that transforms lives. It's not easy, it's not glamorous, but it's real. It's lasting. And when you choose discipline, you're choosing to build a version of yourself that doesn't back down, that doesn't give up, that doesn't rely on anything but pure, steady willpower. So the next time you face that inner struggle, remember, discipline is the choice. And it's the choice that will take you to places motivation never could.